Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. Of course, we want to thank our friends at the Point Restaurant over at Grand Pappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. This is a product of 106.3 KLBC, the afternoon show guy on KLBC. He's like my favorite. B99.7 The Buzz. By the way, Craig, that's me. And KSEO, and thank you so much for checking out these videos every single week, as we're letting you know what the buzz is around Texoma and all the great things that are happening in our community. And today we have Mr. Craig Talley with the Red River Railroad Museum. Did I say it right?
Is that all right? Excellent.
Red River Railroad Museum, Red River Railroad Museum, Red River Railroad Museum.
That rolls off the tongue.
Now it's your turn.
Oh, Red River Railroad Museum.
You did a lot better there. All right, so let's talk about the Red River Railroad Museum. So if somebody's not familiar with what y'all do over there, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the Red River Railroad Museum is dedicated to the history of Denison, Texas, through the lens of the railroad. Of course, Denison was founded in September of 1872, and it was a railroad town from the very beginning. And the Katy Railroad is a huge part of Denison's history, even though it left in 1988. The great thing is Denison continued, right? Look at Denison the way it is now. But we go back in time and we look at those early days of Denison moving forward to basically the end of the Katy Railroad in its time in Denison. And the railroad was started in the late 80s, early 1990s by a group of men who were former Katy employees, and they just wanted to have that legacy continue in Denison. And so we tell the story of Denison, Texas. So we're the only museum in Denison that tells the story of our town. And that's very unique to find out the names. One of the coolest things is the name of the streets of Denison. You think, well, probably prominent people, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're named after a lot of Katy guys back in the day, right? And so, but the craziest one was, I thought, Forest Park. Home of the Denison Yellow Jackets, there at Munson Stadium. I always thought Forest Park was named after some man who worked for the Katy Railroad whose last name was Forest. No, it's because it was left a forest. Therefore, Forest Park. Learned that 2 years ago. So I lived in Denison all my life, did not know that story.
Wow, that's incredible.
So there's one story you can learn at the Red River Railroad Museum.
So Craig, where are you located at?
We're located at 124 West Main Street in Denison, Texas. We're in the 100 block, which is one of the oldest blocks of Denison. And we are open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 11 to 4. And it's free to visit the museum. Of course, donations are always welcome. But come visit us, all that are watching this, because we tell a wonderful story of Denison's past as it moves forward to where we are today.
So in your perspective of, working with the museum and all that, is there a certain story from the city of Denison that you just always found just so fascinating?
Okay, one of my favorite stories is, so it's 1872. The Katy Railroad has worked its way through what is today Oklahoma to be the first railroad to make it into the northern part of Texas. No train has ever entered Texas from the north at this time. And so the Katy Railroad has decided the hub will be Denison, Texas. So land is going to be purchased, and they're doing it kind of the Walt Disney World style, subcorporations, different names. So the price wouldn't suddenly, go up, because obviously if the Katy Railroad was known to be buying all this land, then of course the price would go up. A man not by the name of William Benjamin Munson, ring a bell if you live in Denison.
Yes.
Right? Lived in Sherman. He was a Sherman guy. And he is working with the Katy Railroad, and he is the one buying up the land that would become Denison, Texas. So the animosity on the ball field, nothing. It's that Denison-Sherman Railroad history. It was a Sherman guy who bought that land. And, of course, when the jig was up, the auctions were announced, people from Sherman came to Mr. Munson, and they wanted in on it. And his response was pretty much, come to the auction, and you can pay what everybody else does.
Wow.
And so you can kind of see where that hatred may have begun. And so Denison got the railroad, Sherman didn't. Sherman didn't even get any action on the great deals on land. So
man, I love the fact that a Sherman person,
a Sherman,
the last name of Munson.
That's right.
And then now we have Munson Stadium.
That's right. They moved to Denison eventually.
Yes, of course. Yep. Home of the Denison Yellow Jackets.
But he was Sherman's own. Not born there, but a Sherman man. That's right.
That's pretty interesting. All right, Craig, so you said that y'all have some events coming up that you would like to tell us about.
So the next big event is going to be on December 2nd, and we've had this now for the past 3 or 4 years. It's called Cocktails in the Club Car. and it's a cool Christmas experience with music and snacks and beverages. You can have the signature drink called the Texas Special, which I don't know what all goes into it, but it is delicious. However, this year for the first time, it is a members only event. So, but that doesn't mean you can't come. All you need to do is join at one of our levels, and we start memberships at $25 a year, all the way up to a lifetime membership of $1,000. And yes, we've sold several of those.
Really?
And so lifetime members, we love you, but we also love those that come in at the entry level. But all those people that are officially members will be getting invitations to come to our first ever members only event at the museum. And the ones we've had in the past were just wonderful. So, of course, I enjoyed me a few Texas specials while I was there because they are absolutely delicious.
And of course, it's Christmas time too.
Christmas time, decorated.
Yeah, got all the decorations. And
the museum at Christmas time is just a festive time, and it's just beautifully decorated. Absolutely,
that's great. All right, Craig, tell us where we can find you, website, Facebook, all that stuff. If anybody has any more questions about what you got coming up.
So on Facebook, we'll have all our upcoming events. Our event calendar is on Facebook. So just the Red River Railroad Museum. And you should be able to find that rather easily. You can follow us, and then you can keep up with all that's going on. Our website is Red River Railroad Museum.org.
HTTP.
That's right. HTTP.
/
So we're online, and you can follow us there for any upcoming events that might have. We do have ticketed events from time to time that'll be off site. We are working on something for March that will celebrate Denison's historical moment. This is one of those things that people who I lived in Denison all my life and didn't know this. So in March of 1873, the railroads were connected north to south. So we have the East-West Transcontinental Railroad. Everyone knows about that, or you should. But there was a north-south connection, and it happened in Denison, Texas in March of 1873. And we have begun to celebrate that yearly, and we'll do that again in 2026. So look to Facebook, our website, for announcements about what that will be. But it will be a ticketed event. We are a nonprofit. Of course, we're always looking to stay relevant and in business. So, but yeah, look for that.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is Craig Talley with the Red River Railroad Museum. There you go. I'll get it out eventually. And thank you, sir, for joining us.
It's good
today.
to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
We got another special guest coming up in just a moment, but right now we have a word from our sponsor. And welcome back to the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. And a big thank you to our sponsor, which you just learned more about, the Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. And not really sure who this lady is here.
Here, I'll have the
We got Diana Theall with the Denison Chamber joining us. And, it's always a great time of year because we got the holidays are here. All year long, we say the holidays are right around the corner.
I know. Now they are.
And now they're right there.
I don't know last time I checked, it was June. So
Yes.
I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is around the corner.
And for me, I don't know if you feel this way, but like once you get to October, November, December, it goes by really
Oh,
quick.
it just flies.
And then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're back into a new year, and
Yeah.
especially when you got kiddos in school. But
Yeah.
y'all got some big time things happening
We
in
do.
Denison over the next couple of months.
We do. We are so excited with what's going on. So first thing I want to talk to you about is our Shop to Win. This is so much fun. And actually, this side's probably better because it shows you. Well, see, it's double.
Yes, yes.
But this one, I have to have my glasses.
You got a nice printer with all
we do
the
have a very nice
I
printer.
didn't know you had a color printer.
Yes, we go through a lot of toner.
You do.
Yes, we
I
do
can
our own
tell. I
printing.
can
Yes,
tell.
we do. But so this year, our Shop to Win, it is John Kermit Hill again, but since he's DA, he can't do it as DA.
Yeah.
So he and his wife Abigail have a foundation now. So it's the John Kermit and Abigail Hill Family Foundation that
There you go.
sponsor this. And what's important about this? First off, it kicked off today. Today it just started. Well, I guess it'll kick off.
It kicked off last week.
It kicked off last
Yeah,
week.
it
There we
did.
go. So anyway, so it runs until the Christmas parade through December 4th. That's the last day that you can turn in your tickets, and you can turn them in at the parade where the hot cocoa is, and we'll be in the Radio Vision parking lot this
Okay.
year because the park is still not a park, and not a park.
Yeah.
But
It will be again soon.
it will be. Next
It's gonna
year.
be
It will be
fantastic
next
too.
year, and it's going to be really cool looking. But so the way it works is you go shop at any of these merchants, and you can find these on our website. Oops, sorry. Airplanes. Stop it. You have that look.
I'm sorry.
You can edit. Okay. All right. I said I wasn't going to do this.
Here we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Look at that.
Thank you.
That's like
Thank
magic.
you, Austin.
You know?
We appreciate that.
Okay. So
Austin, ladies and gentlemen.
we have about 30 different places. Most of them are downtown, but there are a
Let
few.
me hold that. Let me
Thank
just
you.
hold that
Yeah.
for you.
There are a few that are not in downtown. So, like, we got Ace Hardware, the Frosted Shop, Lettuce and Dill. Look, Slush Premium.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so you go shopping at any of these places, and you get one ticket for every $25 you spend. And you turn that ticket in, and then we draw we have 14, 15, 16 prizes. So you can win anywhere from $100 up to $500.
So you have two $500 winners.
We do. It's
That's
super
awesome.
exciting. 4 $250 and 10 $100s. And it's all chamber cash. And that's important because all of these people here, and this gentleman here, and these people here that donated the money for this $3,000, it goes back into the hands of our members.
Oh, that's great.
So we keep it all within the chamber membership because that's just important because these are the people that are donating and supporting these things. Now, why this is important? You know how many we had turned in last year? 12,800.
Whoa.
Do you know how much money that is in 30 days?
You're gonna have to tell me. I'm horrible with numbers.
$320,000
Wow.
in 30 days spent at these members.
Well, do you think we can top that this year?
I think we will because we started it. We had a ticket turned in within 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
They're already turning them in. I mean, they
That's
went
great.
out the door and they started coming back. It's just
Such a fun
so
promotion.
it is. It's a great. It's really, really important. Especially a lot of these people that are doing it are in the 400 block. You can see we've got a whole bunch of them in the 400 block, and that's where the construction is.
Yeah.
So go in there and get your tickets. And we may even have throw a couple of days in there that hey, go in there and get double tickets someday. So
Oh, that'd be
we're looking
great.
at some fun things to do this year.
That's
We've
awesome.
never done that before, but this thing. It took off like crazy. We started just doing it one day. We just did it the day of parade. And then the next year they said, well, go ahead and do it like a week. Well, then it turned into, well, now they don't want to buy because they're going to come back next week when it's
Yeah.
going. So we said, okay, we'll give you 30 days. So now we do it for 30 days and it's just been phenomenal.
That's
It's
great.
been and if you're a merchant, if you're a member of the Denison Chamber, you can still get in on the action. So we can't put you on the ticket as far as being a sponsor. You can't be a sponsor, but we can add you to our website and to the list of shoppers. So
Yeah, and I imagine that also with your social media posts and stuff.
Jason should let him do it for advertising.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
He should. I'll let him make that call, though. He's the boss, not me.
You know, in Graham, we have
I just take
dealership.
dad jokes on the air. That's all I do. I get on the radio and tell dad jokes.
I tell that.
Jason's the boss, so he can
Yeah.
he can make that decision. I won't speak for him.
That's just too funny.
All right. Well, speaking of Jason,
Yes.
he is going to be
is
the MC of the
the man
Denison
of the
Christmas
hour.
Parade.
Yes, he's the man of the hour for the.
Let me hand that.
There you go.
I'll be fan of white.
There you go. So, yes. So the vintage Christmas parade. So this year we always let our Cocoa kids pick the theme, and they wanted.
What? Keep talking. I'm holding this for you.
Okay. They wanted the vintage Christmas, and so they're really excited about that. And so it's going to be a little bit different in that we're going to kick it off on Crawford at 6:45 because we realized by the time we get all the way down to Skull and then across and back up Main Street, by the time we were hitting Main Street, it was like 7:15. And so we decided, okay, we're going to kick it off at 6:45 so that it hits Main Street at 7 o'clock. And so all up and down Main Street, where the 400 block hits the 500 blocks, we're going to take a jog on Fannin and head over to Woodard and then back down to Burnett and on the 300 block. So you'll be able to see it in the 300 block and the 500, 600, 700 block all the way down. So, and it'll just kind of do a little jig jog.
Yeah,
But
and it's so great because I've been in the Denison Parade many times,
fun.
and it's so much fun. Also because everybody's participating. It's not just I'm going to put my car in there and do like one strand of lights. Like people are actually decorating.
Oh yeah, they have
their
to.
floats and stuff.
Yeah, we have bad Santas that, that go up and down the street, and they make sure if you don't have lights on your car, you're out. That guy over there,
Yeah, he'll get them.
he does. He gets them.
Yes. Now, I may have to come up there and join Jason.
You need to. That
We'll
would be
see.
fun.
We'll see. That date
to
sounds familiar with a kid's activity, but I may have to come afterwards.
It's going to be fun. And I'm good at throwing stuff. Just leave that.
You are.
Yeah. So this year, it is brought to you by Sparklight Business and Sparklight Residential. Well, they just said Sparklight and Sparklight Business. Hope told me, and I apologize, Hope. My fault. Hope at Sparklight. She's awesome. We love Hope.
Yeah.
Have you met Hope?
I have.
Hope Baxter's pretty awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. We like her. But so they are our main sponsors. And then, of course, just a real quick plug.
Okay.
Right down here, First United Bank is sponsoring the hot chocolate competition.
There we go.
And it'll be happening in the Radio Vision parking lot from 4 to 7.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
That's what
do you need a judge for the hot chocolate competition?
We do, but you'd have to be
Who
willing
cares
to
about
drink.
getting on the microphone? I am willing to drink hot
Man,
chocolate.
Y'all, these kids.
Don't I look like I love hot chocolate?
We had the Shark Tank last week. They're bringing it. There's some good cocoa in there.
Wait, you're putting hot chocolate in a Shark Tank?
Yeah, we put the kids in the Shark Tank.
Oh no! Oh no!
Even better.
Okay, so I'm interested in this.
It's
we'll
really
talk.
cool.
We'll talk off the air here.
Yeah.
And we'll figure.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Come on down December 4th. It's a whole day of fun from 4 to 7:30.
Okay, all the information up on your social media platforms and
on
website.
Facebook, Denison Chamber, and at DenisonTexas.us.
Awesome. The very lovely and talented Diana Theall, ladies and gentlemen, with the Denison Chamber of Commerce. And that is going to wrap it up for this episode of the Buzz Around Texoma. I'm going to go ahead and start getting, ready to roll for the hot chocolate competition.
You do it. Get ready.
And I'm not going to eat or drink anything until December 4th. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode. Don't forget to like this video on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and share it with your family and friends. And we will see you next week, Tuesday at noon, for a brand new episode of the Buzz Around Texoma.